Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome to another video. Today we are doing a job on the project car Alfa Romeo Mito, no it's not Mito, Alfa Romeo Giulietta GTCM 170. So me and my son bought this car, needed a few little jobs doing to it, and we're going to try and flip it and earn a bit of cash. So we've already done, I didn't do it on camera because there's so many videos out there anyway, but I've already done a cam belt and water pump on here, bled the system, so that's all good. Next is we've got a horrible knocking from the driver's side suspension, and I'm pretty sure it's this top mount in here, so we're going to need to drop the suspension leg. Now to do that, excuse me, to do that you have to take the lower wishbone off physically because there's no room. But I'm going to try. I've just bought some new coil spring clamps, and we're going to see if we can do it without taking the lower wishbone off. Although it's had a new wishbone anyway, so it should come off pretty easy, but it's just more labour intensive. So we're going to try that. And then the other thing we need to do is at the back of the engine here. Here's the EGR, it's coming up with an error, so I'm going to take that off and give it a clean. Hopefully that will solve it. If it doesn't solve it, we'll have to put a new one in. But yeah, I'm just prepping this headlight, because that needs a bit of a polish, but that's in another video. So it's winter here, it's 0 degrees outside, but thanks to my diesel heater, we are a toasty 14 degrees in here. That is, it's 14.8 out there, so we are nice and warm in here. So let's get cracking. Cue the music. Right, first jobs. Got some light on the subject. So I need to remove the anti-roll bar link, drop link, and this is a 17mm spanner and a 5mm, yeah, 5mm Allen key. So you just need to slot it in there. Mine's a bit rusty, but make sure you hammer it home, get a good contact, because these can come off. You see, this one's loose. My advice, if you can't get it off, just cut the thing off. You'll be there all day trying to get them undone, and they're not expensive to buy. But this has been off in the past, so it came undone. Next, I've taken off the pinch bolt here. See that? That's a we've got here an 18mm nut, and on the other end it's an E. Let me focus on that. E14. Okay, so that's got to come undone, and then you just need to undo all the pipes. So you've got the brake pipes, brake caliper, warning. I've got to take this one off, and then we'll see. There's a bit of. See if we can get up here and get clamps on. Kind of probably need at least three maybe 4 springs. Try and get it as short as possible, and that gives us a chance of when we drop this, then this will come out of this. That's the idea. Just to say, I have got a jack underneath the hub just to take some of the weight off and release the stress on this anti-roll bar drop link, because obviously it's connected to the other side via the anti-roll bar, so it's kind of under load, even though the other side is up in the air. But so just do that. Right, change of plans because I found something. So you can see there, this is the lower control arm. You can see all the rubber is perished. Look at that, look. You can see that there, okay. If you can see that. That's not going to pass an MOT. So I've got to change the control arm. Anyway, in fact it wasn't too bad to take off. So what you need to do is come... Oh, no. Right, so you've got this bar here, and this bolts under the front bumper. At the front there's 3 15mm bolts. You see they go through here, look. into this metal, and then that goes all the way down. You need to remove that. You need to remove this because the front bolt for the lower control arm is there, and that is, where's that bolt gone? This one here, look. So that's an E20 I think, and it's got a nut on the back which is 20 odd mil. So I've taken that off, and then the biggest fight of all was this ball joint. So not just getting the ball joint out, but getting the bolt out, because it's a steel bolt going through an alley pinch, and that was just corroded. I managed to undo it, but it just wouldn't move. Eventually I had to get loads of WD-40 on it, and I just got the go-go gun on it and kept going and going and going. Eventually it came out, but you should have seen the corrosion that came out. And of course once that's out, then you've got to break this. So I used my, where is it? It's gone now. I'll use that. So I just use that to start it, and then I got some big bars. And the top tip is if you undo this, then this will move. You see this will move, and give this more to pull this out, and it just came straight out. Look. So now we've got to, I'm just going to support this, and then we're going to take what we first, what we came here for was, actually no, I was lying. The biggest, hardest thing to get off was the pinch bolt on here, because that was corroded. Yeah, so the thing that took the longest was getting, the pinch bolt came out, well the nut came off, but getting it out, again, steel bolt in an aluminium housing. So it just corroded, and you can see, it's not that one, is it? And where it is, yeah, it is that one. There, see, it's a bit corroded. So anyway, that is so now we should be able to knock this down, support the hub, and then just undo the top mounts, and this should come out. We'll do that today, and I think that'll be it for today because it's getting late, and then we can crack on tomorrow and get it all back in theory. But I just removed the strut. You got these two pieces like that, and you just literally get a screwdriver in there and open them up and just tease them, and that's literally just all holding the strut in here. So I've marked them with a bit of paint so I know how far they got to go back in, and then there you go. There's the hub. First time a bit of wood, give that a nice clean so it goes back better, and then on suspension, spring's alright, that's not damaged at all. And then this actually looks new-ish. I think it's only been on a couple of years, so it looks certainly cleaner than the other one. It's just a shame that it's damaged. Whether it was damaged by the guy putting it back on or not, who knows. But anyway, you can buy just a replacement kit for a ball joint, so I'm going to try that first. So I'm going to see if I can grind these off, and then just get a new ball joint, because it is literally only the rubber. Unless I can just buy a rubber kit. Might be able to buy a rubber kit. Yeah, let's try that. Anything to save a bit of cash. Okay, we are back on the strut top mount on the Giulietta. So as you can see, I've clamped it into my vise. Got my new spring compressors fitted on the springs. So you've got this top mount, so you just literally just prise this off, give it a good bit of WD-40, and then you need an Allen key in there, and a ring spanner on there, and then you should just be able to undo it. And this, we can replace the top mount then. Right, so we have the new top mount on, done it nice and shiny. It was a bit of a faff. You have to really clamp these, you know, to give you enough wiggle room to get the nut on the end. So we've got the nut on, that's all torqued up, clickety click. Here's the old one, and you can see it's a bit nasty and it moves around a lot. In fact, the rubber Not sure if it's supposed to look like that, but yeah, it's definitely gone. So I'm just going to get this back in the car now. You have to, one thing to be aware of, you have to line this, because obviously this top mount's on an angle. If I show you this one, you can see it's on a, I'll show you better, see it's on a slight angle, which is why they're handed left and right. So you have to make sure you get it in the right way. So I believe this hole here, so it basically should go like that. So that goes to the front of the car, lines up with this hole here. Okay, so a slight angle, and you can actually see the strut is angled that way. So obviously the top mount has to match, and then once you do, you poke it through, and then you put these back on, hold it in. So I'm going to do that now. Right, so my top tip is to get the bottom arm in, is put the back bolt in first, just loosely. So line it up, and put the bolt in with a nut on top, just loosely. You'll probably have to jack the suspension leg up to get access, and then you can, if you look in there, see I've just got it kind of resting in there. It's not all the way in, and that gives you enough access then to, see that, to get the bottom ball joint in there, look. And you should be able to then manipulate it in, give it a wiggle, and it should slide in. And then you just literally put the pinch bolt back in, then you can jack up the suspension then, and then fit the suspension top mount. And then you should be able to push that back in with a crowbar, put the bolt back in, and then put the crash bar back in. All good. Alright, we're nearly there. We've got the suspension leg in, we've got the pinch bolt on the back done. Don't force that in, make sure it goes in nice and easy. We've got the rear bolt for the lower wishbone. I've just put that in kind of loosely for now, because you need to tighten it up when there's full weight back on the vehicle. So once I've got the wheels back on, I shall then nip that up. Okay, otherwise you're kind of tensioning the bearing bush when you shouldn't be. Again, put the back one in, and then get the suspension leg on. Get a jack on the, so just get a jack on the bottom of the ball joint, and then you can push it up. Get the suspension leg in at the top. So it hangs, and then once you apply pressure, the ball joint will just click in. As you can see, it looks like that. I'm just waiting for a new bolt because mine was a bit mullered, so I'm going to order a new bolt. And then you can see the lower wishbone front bolt. That's a E20, and there's a nut on the back. So you have to hold the nut, do that up, and now I'm going to put the crash bar back in. There's a steady there. Again, the 3 bolts at the front which go there. There's 1 on this side and 2 on that side. And then we are good to go. We just need a new bolt there, as I said. Just put the brake pipes, brake pipe and that sensor, ABS sensor back in. And of course, if you jack the, you've seen I've just got the jack on there. Now you can fit in the drop link. Just got to clean that up a little bit, put some copperies on it, and then put the bolt back on, the nut back on there, and then we're good to go. And hopefully, there's definitely less play there, so which is quite good. But we'll have to give it a test drive, see if it passes the MOT anyway. But there you go, almost there. Right, we're pretty much all back together. Crash bars in. Don't do up those bolts until you have the ones at the front, and these are 15mm. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, and 1 hidden up there, which you can just about get with a ratchet and a small extension. 15mm. You can see it's behind the air filter bracket there. You can just about get it. You don't have to remove it. Just, I mean, undo it all the way, but you don't have to physically take it out. Although I do, because my bolts were quite manky, so I've taken them out and given them a bit of a wire brush, as you can see. So once they're in, then you can do the 2 bolts down here. For some reason mine's a E18 and a 15, I think it is. Don't know why they're different. And then also don't forget to do this bracket bolt there, and then that's in. As I say, I've just got this pinch bolt to do. I've just given it a bit of a clean and stuck some jolly in it, drop. Nice new bush. All this is all done. I've got the drop links now back in. Pinch bolt behind here is on. Oh, that's pretty much it, and that's not under tension now, and that is tight. Whereas before, I could move that quite a lot. So the only thing I've got to do, obviously put the wheels back on, but I'm ordered 2 new tyres, so I'm waiting for those to arrive. I'm going to order a new pinch bolt, and then that's all done. This is a right royal pain in the ass because the top mount is new. Obviously the rubber is quite hard, so I've got one side in, but every time I click this side, that side pops out. So I'm going to get wait till Chaz gets home, and then we're going to have a go, see if he can do that and I can do this at the same time, because you know I tried with the clamps and they just don't really work. Or I'm going to wait till it's back on its wheels, so it's got the weight of the car. Hopefully this will push this up and give you a little bit more play. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, get rid of that spanner. And just make sure there's a rubber hole there. You can see on the top mount. That should line up there. If it doesn't line up, you're never going to get it in, because if you look at this tower, it's thinner that way than it is there. And also with the top mount, funny enough, the top mount's way deeper there than it is there, and if you don't get it round the right way, the right orientation, you're never going to get it in. So that's it for today, and this video. Oh, hang on, blinding everyone. Yeah, my hair's a mess. So I hope you like the video. If you do, please feel free to comment. I like to see hang on, I'm flashing. I like to read comments from my subscribers and anyone else who watches the video, so feel free to comment, like, and think about subscribing as well, because there's a few more videos on this Giulietta. And we went to Manchester yesterday to buy another project, and it's not a car. It's a big old van, so you can guess where that project's going. Yeah, it's going to be a big one, and it's going to take a while, but yeah, we've bought ourselves a Ford Transit sport van called Terry McCann the van. Those of you of a certain age will know that. Right, see you next time. Ta-ra.